Hey guys, Jason Scudellari from CPP, and next to me is Tio from TMI, and behind us is our 67 Nova that we brought over from CPP. And in front of us is the interior we're gonna install on this today. Yeah. But before we do, this all started out as if I was a customer. Exactly. I called Tio and I said, what are my options? Where do we start? And this is where we started. We wanted to go with a modern, simple look. That's why we went with these one-piece door panels that are molded. Once you decide that, we gotta figure out colors, stitching and all that, and how do we get there?
So when you call us, you kind of had a little bit of thoughts of what you wanted, and so we discussed that, and then we send you out some samples. You look over those samples, you hold it up to the paint, you look inside, and then you kind of go from there. And then you call us back, and then we will lead you through to get your type of pattern you want, which is our Sport X. And you can get this with the grommets without on this pattern itself. But then we go from there. We discuss the contrasting stitch, white, which looks really great with this plaid, and then get the order going, and we'll get it out to you in a box. And
so yeah, there were a couple different options. Big one was obviously patterns and colors and all that good stuff. But the other one were front seats. You could go with a high back seat, a race seat. We wanted to go with that low back, kind of clean, simple look again, just to kind of stick with the theme of our car. One thing I wanted to make sure everyone knows is the seats come with everything needed, hardware, brackets, everything ready to rock.
Exactly. So on this whole thing, other than drilling a few holes, you can install this entire piece in your car. And there's no major modification, and it's pretty straightforward.
Awesome. So my order's in, my order was approved. You guys have completed my order. You boxed my order, Yep. You threw it on a truck, now it's sitting at my front door. Me and my couple buddies are there. We want to get this installed. How long is it gonna take us?
A good weekend. We just busted out, and Yep. Everything should flow pretty well.
Well, that being said, one thing I really want to say that I think is really important about TMI is they're the only one in the game that's doing something like this. If you wanted something like this sort of look or anything close to it, you'd have to go to a one-off upholsterer who would charge you a bunch of money.
6 months to a year.
Car would be there for a while. And you know what, it's just not as fun as actually really designing it yourself and then installing it yourself. And that's why we went this route. And again, the quality's top notch. So the parts are on the table, they're not in the car.
You need to take care of that.
Let's do this.
All right.
All right, so one of the first steps in the interior is laying the carpet down. They've already sewed it up. Now they're gluing it and installing it. So we'll let them get to work, and then we'll move on to the seats, door panels, headliner, and the rest of the good stuff.
So a little tip that we have found that works out pretty good is that if you take the screws for mounting everything, you got your visors, your rear view, and your dome, you put those in the car. Then once you put the headliner up into place, you can actually feel those locations through the vinyl, and that'll give you a spot to cut. And it just makes it so much easier.
So you got the dash pad going in, huh?
I did.
Nice. So
Perfect.
Is there anything that, obviously I see the gauges come out, is that just to make it easier to get to the clips, or?
Yeah, there's going to be 4 studs. There's 2 here and 2 here. So
okay.
For you to get to these 2,
Yep.
You got to pull the dash back just a little, reach right in there, and you should be able to feel them. Just
okay.
Put the nuts in there and you're all set.
Awesome. Yeah, I just want to make sure the viewers who may buy this kit that may watch this video have all the tricks and traits that you guys are doing. That way it makes their life a little easier.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's the way to do it.
Thank you. All right, so to get the panel fit properly, they took this little rail off down here. You're not gonna use it any longer. Fit the panel, then they're gonna fold the material around and then use this trim to tuck it in. All right, so quarter panels are in. Now we're going with the rear seat. Kind of goes back in just like the factory one with a couple clips, and then the bottom fastens with some screws. But man, the trim lines, everything fit real nice and tight up against the quarter panel. So all we have to do is the hardware on the bottom, and then we'll bring the bottom portion of the seat in and get that installed. All right, so the boys are moving right along, man. Back seat's all installed. Got a couple door panels, one more seat, a couple things to do in the trunk, but man, that's about it. All right, so the seats are all installed and now we're on to the door panels. And TMI provides this template for you. This works on both sides. You just flip it over for the other side. And it gives you all your mounting holes that you're gonna drill out for the clips on the door panel. So when you go and install that, it stays fastened and we're ready to go. So all that's left is drilling the holes, getting that door panel on there. With the interior of the car all complete and looking good, we bring our attention to the trunk. Although putting a carpet kit in there makes it look a little better, it's still not complete. And TMI offers a complete trunk kit to actually incorporate the trunk with the interior inside the cabin of the car. With that being said, all we need to do is get it installed.
And the last step is putting in the side panel. It's all Velcroed in, doesn't slide around, and it just totally finishes off the look.
Absolutely. So, I mean, the obvious is there. What I visualize, what I see is it's just clean, kind of custom, simple, yet flowing with the car interior.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we try to do. We try to satisfy the customer. You guys picked out the colors, you had a vision, and I think we were able to accomplish that.
No, you guys absolutely knocked it out of the park. Thank you for treating me so well and doing such a killer job.
Always great to see you.
I'm out of here.
All right, be safe.